In this video, I'm going to review the trade alert that we posted for Quantumscape with our stock picking service here at Stock Market Guides. On my screen here are the details of that trade alert, and you can see it indicates when we posted the stock pick. This was back on July 29th, and we indicated a profit target that could be set, and also a time limit where if the trade had not reached the profit target by this time, then the user could manually close the position at that point. So we kind of lay out the exact trade up front for each person who's using the service. And down here it shows why we made this pick. So for this particular investment, it's a little bit longer, not a really long-term investment, but a 3-month investment is something you're kind of buying and holding. And earnings growth is such a key to what drives stock prices to go up. Ultimately, if a company experiences earnings growth or anticipates earnings growth, that's like one of the most fundamental things that could cause a stock price to go up. And when you can find an opportunity to buy a stock at a discount that has earnings growth or expects earnings growth, that can be a nice opportunity. And so we have a specific set of criteria that we use to identify stocks that are discounted by a particular measure that we use, and that have exhibited earnings growth according to some internal criteria that we've prepared. And Quantumscape in particular has qualified for this particular strategy in the past, and here's how it performed for a 3-month investment duration each of those times in the past that it's qualified for this strategy. So you can see it has a very strong track record historically when this strategy setup occurs. It's never lost, in fact, 19 wins and no losses. And so let's go see how exactly this trade performed. It was looking good going into it, and let's check it out. So July 29th is when we entered the trade, and that is this right here. So we're right around here when the trade entry occurs. And this is a stock chart for Quantumscape. As you can see here, here's a ticker symbol, and each of these price bars represents 1 day of price activity. So you can see Quantumscape had a big run up in price, and then it had a pretty steep drop back down in price. And so right after that drop down is when our trade alert was sent. This is when we made the stock pick. So it's right around here. And you can see after we made the pick, it was relatively flat in price. So for the first month or so, there wasn't a whole lot of movement, but obviously that's when it started making a run. And let's go back and look again at what the trade alert called for. It had a profit target of $17.12. And what you'll see here is it made this strong run up, and it hit that profit target on this day right here, October the 8th, which is just a little over 2 months after we posted the stock pick. And so yeah, look at this run that it made. So we entered the trade around here, or I should say we called for an entry around here when we posted the trade alert, and it went up like that over the course of a little bit over 2 months. And what kind of a return did it equate to? It was a 57.5% return. So the stock price was $10.87 at the time that we made the pick, and it reached its profit target. And so over the course of 2 weeks and 1 month or so, that stock earned a 57% return on investment. So that was certainly a home run stock pick from our service. We have a stock investing service, which is where this particular pick was made. That's for trade durations of 3 months to a year. We also have a swing trading service, which is for more active stock traders where the trade durations are either 1 week or 1 month. And then we also have an options trading service for those who are interested in options. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.